Hi guys, it's Belle here and I am back for what I believe is episode 7 in the altered book that I'm working on, or that we're working on together. So what I want to do is I want to continue decorating the pages. I know we made a start on those last time, got a bit dark, had to stop the video. So get out all your little bits and bobs that you might have to decorate the pages, and we are going to continue. I also came across some of my sticker sheets. If you've got any of these, that's brilliant, because I want to add some words. So like this one says autumn, and I thought it would go really well up here with the fox, just like so. So we're just going to get on with it, guys. I'm going to try and get out of the light because it is, again, a little dark today. It's that time of year. And I'm just going to stick autumn up there. Didn't even ink it, probably should have, but didn't. So there we go. So I hope you're all okay, guys. I hope you're still enjoying this series. I know it's taking long, but you know, this is how I work. So we've got that page. I think that page is finished. I think it looks beautiful. We put a little label down here last time, and as I was going through, I just found some of this dyed cheesecloth and a little mushroom. So I am going to use my walnut stain to just ink around. So like before, I've kind of tried to get the pages, the bits and bobs in place so that we can get as much done in this video. And my glue is stuck as possible. Excuse me while I just try and get it open. Yeah, I just want to get this done so we can move on to the cover and the ephemera, and then we will have done the whole journal. And yeah, I'm just going to stick that. I thought that looked nice in the corner. I frayed some of the cheesecloth, got it at an angle so you can still use the label. And put my little mushrooms down. Really want this to have a really foresty feel. So yeah, so you can see just added autumn. That could add a word there, but I don't think I want to. I'm going to leave that plain because we're going to have a journaling card in there and in here, so there'll be a lot of decoration on that page. Again, I thought I'd leave this page plain. We put one of the other pieces of ephemera there last time. We added a little piece of ephemera down here, and I felt like I wanted something here, but I didn't want another label or an image. So I just grabbed one of my fabric snippets. This has got red and green in it, so I thought this worked perfectly with the red and green in here. Which way round do I want it? Oh, right, I'm going to have it that way round. I like the fact that the green's here and the red, they kind of are diagonal from each other. So anyway, so we're going to stick this on. So yeah, I hope you're all okay and that you're still enjoying this series. I love hearing what some of you are making in the comments. And I hope you're getting some ideas from this and a bit of an insight into how my mind works a little bit. I just like that on there. And then when we do the journaling card in there, I might not add any fabric, but we'll have fabric over here on the tab of that, and it'll kind of all link up. So yes, we were finishing this at the end of the last video, and all I did was add some plants on the side and add the word field diary. Just really like how that looks, like that it comes over the edge a little bit there. Okay, so we're now onto this pocket. So I put aside a little bit of the crinkly parchment because I just love the feel and sound. Yummy! And then I took some vintage music paper, inked around it. So I want to kind of put that on the pocket. So I'm going to do general glue on this one because I need this to stick to the page. Not lots. So yeah, I already want to make another altered book. Like, I would love to make like a Christmassy type one, I think. Because I've done 2 kind of woodland naturey ones. So it would be fun to do something in a completely different style. Although I don't know why. I just feel like altered books lend themselves to nature journals. I don't know why that is, but that's just a thing that I feel. Okay, so I have this die cut of a pumpkin that I just had. And again, use what ephemera you've got. You could use a stamped image. You could have die cuts. You could have a printable. You could use a sticker, like one of these stickers, and just back it onto some card, you know. Use what you have, guys. Use up. As they say, go shopping in your craft stash. I'm going to stick that down a little bit more. Yeah, I'm literally using what I have and trying to get use out of everything. I'm going to put this on as a tuck, a small tuck spot. So I'm just going to do the edges and the bottom, and it's going to make a fun little tuck right on the bottom of that page, because I love adding little fun tucks to my journals. It just gives you even more space to put lovely ephemera. And then I was considering putting this maybe at the bottom, maybe to the side. I feel like it's a bit big. Maybe I need to rip this down a bit more. So one of our little stitched corrugated card pieces that I just easily made. Let's ink it a little bit. Or maybe a word would work better. Leaves turn red. Maybe the word could go over here. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. A thought came to me, so I'm just going to work with that thought. Because that's sometimes what you got to do. So maybe I'll put the bigger side that way. Maybe. I don't know. It's stuck down now. So there we go. So a little tuck spot there. Okay, so what I was thinking is I've got these words here. Where's my scissors? That came with one of the kits that I'm using, I believe. And I'm just going to put a word over here, and then I was going to have some falling leaves. Should put when leaves fall, maybe? When leaves fall. Okay, use that one instead. Makes more sense with falling leaves. So yeah, we're just going to stick that on there, guys. Not many more episodes, I'm hoping. Whew, been quite a few episodes, but you know what? Making journals can sometimes take time. As I've said before, I'm always in awe of people who can make journals quickly. That's not how my brain and my creative process works. So I'm thinking I want the word, and then I've got all these leaf die cuts. I don't know why that's got some string on it. Hope you can see that okay, guys. And I think I just want it kind of like falling, and I might add another leaf. So let's find another leaf. Got another green. It would be good if we had, yeah, I do have an orange one, and that would pick up the orange from the other page, and I can what's the word, mute that colour with some distress ink. I'm trying to see if I had a smaller orange one that might work a bit better, but oh yes, I do, because they're the same shape, so I don't want two of the same shape leaf on there. So I've got this one. So let's mute that down and stick that all on there. So I do want to make some of the ephemera on camera. We're only going to make bits of the ephemera, because then you can kind of go and you'll know what I'm kind of doing, and you can go make more off camera to fill with your journal if you want to use that. Also, if you've got ready-made ephemera, use that. And then once we've made the ephemera, we are going to start on the cover. Which should come together quite quickly, actually, the cover. And then I'll probably just do a final flip through. I'll stick that down there. I want the leaf kind of underneath it. I'm using this one. I normally use my other glue. Hold on, guys. Yeah, we'll probably just do a final flip through so you can see where I've put all my pieces of ephemera and what the final journal looks like. So I want to put part of the leaf underneath that word, because I like how that looks. And yeah, the orange now picks up the orange over there. And also we've got some yellow and orange here and some browns and greens. So these leaf colours all pick up the colours in the paper on the other pocket, which is good. When leaves fall. Oh, isn't that one of your favourite things of autumn, guys? When leaves are falling. So beautiful. Yeah. And just randomly put them on there. Who knows which way the wind is blowing. Stick it all down. So, yeah. I need to get a new glue book, actually, guys. Mine's got like a few pages left. Okay, so we did this one on camera. And then I was thinking this pocket kind of needs something down here. So again, I just got a little mushroom die cut, some dyed cheesecloth, and one of these little corrugated stitch pieces. Honestly, I love having little pieces like that stitched corrugated card in my kind of snippets. They just add an extra element, and they're so quick and easy to put together. To just add to a piece for dimension and texture, and try to see how I want this cheesecloth. And yeah, all that. I just thought the mushroom would look really cute down here, and kind of pick the red and the white in this picks up the red and the white of the bit of the washi we used over there. It's all those little touches, guys, that my brain overwhelms me with, which is then why it takes me so long to create things. But that just looks so cute down there. Do we want a word? Like, this is where I can go word crazy because I love words so much. I've got this sticker sheet. This is a Simple Stories. They're pumpkin spice. We've got blessed. I don't know. That's really speaking to me. And it can kind of go there, and again it picks up the colours over here. Oh, it's stuck onto that now. Let's give this a bit of an inking though, because it needs a bit of muting. So I literally could add words to every page. It's one of those it's just one of those little things that I love to have in my crafts, and I have to limit myself sometimes because, you know, I could go overboard quite easily. But see, that's more muted now that I've just used my walnut stain on it. And it looks, it's not hidden on the page, but it's much more blended into the page, so it's not so much in your face. And it picks up the colours of like the leaves over here. So I like that. So let's look at the next page. Well, we did this in the last one, and then we've got the word letters. Now, I was just saying I love words, but that doesn't go in my style journal. This is very much a nature journal. And so I've got another snippet, fabric snippet here that I just really liked, and I thought that was pretty up there. And the top, when I glue it, is going to stick out the top of the journal, which when we've got all the other tags in and their fabric, because yes, I'm going to be using a lot of fabric. You don't have to. Again, use what you... Why is this glue playing me up today? Use what you have. If you don't like tons of fabric, don't use fabric. Use paper. If you don't like anything, don't put anything on the edge of them. I am just a huge lover of fabric and things sticking out of my journals. So, as you can see, we've got the vellum sticking out over here, and I really love, and you can see other bits. I really love how that looks. So that just covers up that letters word, and I really don't want to do anything else to that page because it's just too beautiful. So we've now got this one, which I think we made on camera, not 100% sure. And I did want to put a little something in this corner. So I had this little bit in my stash, and then I just decided to grab some of the leaves, and this is another little die cut piece that I have. And so I'm just going to ink this up because I left some of the white and I want to tone that down, and I'm going to ink the edges of these leaves again, just to mute the colours. And I'll probably add some more cheesecloth to the back of this one because why not? It adds texture, guys. And let's just ink this for good measure. So let me know down below, what's one of your go-tos when you are adding something to your journals? Like mine is things like fabric and where I can get away with it, words. So what is something that's kind of part of your style that you just love? I was just cutting a piece of cheesecloth that you just love adding to your journals or creative art pieces, whatever it is that you create. So again, we're just going to make a little cluster with these leaves and the words, the cheesecloth, and it's just a little decoration. To be honest, these pages are so beautifully decorated anyway. The digitals that I'm using, they're just so, I'm scrunching up the cheesecloth a little bit to kind of give it a bit more dimension. They're so beautifully decorated that in reality they don't need a lot to be added to them. You know, I could go completely overboard. I was thinking of putting a little tuck spot on here, a little die cut tuck spot, but I ended up going with this idea instead. Just because the tuck spot would have to go to the spine is what I was thinking for what I wanted, but I don't really want that. Too much bulk on that spine because we've only got so much width because we've kept the spine on the book. And then that is going to go down there. So I'm going to glue that first because I want the other piece to go underneath it, but I want to know where to place it, if that makes sense. So let's get this piece. And I can stick these edges down before sticking the whole thing down. So I can just kind of add that sticking out in a way that I want it to. You can just see a little bit of the cheesecloth behind. It's not too much, but when you're looking at this journal, you'd be able to see that. But although I am wondering, do I want a bit more? Or do I want like some string, like a little bow or something? No, I'm not going to add too much more bulk because we've got 2 pockets to fill. So I'm just going to stick, literally stick with that. So yeah, just another little embellishment. We did that one. Oh, I wanted a little label up here. So I actually printed out on vellum a selection of labels. I've kind of got a lot of labels in here that I just used I think they're darkroom door stamps and also some Tim Holtz like label stamps too. And I printed this on vellum because I like the fact that you can see through it but can still write on it. And then I've got some little leaves and I was thinking of putting 1 leaf underneath and kind of 1 leaf kind of on top in a way. So let's just get that looking the way I want it, something like that. Or do I want it on the other side? I might have it on the other side because this is on this side and I like the way that looks. So again, let's just ink these leaves to mute them a little bit. And I'll be telling you at the end of this video, as usual, what you will need for the next one so that you can get ready. And get all your bits and pieces ready for that. It's going to be nothing again like extraordinary. I want this to be almost something that, well, yeah, that beginners can do because, you know, I'm still a beginner at making altered books. And then you go from there. I'm just rubbing the glue because this glue does dry clear, but I just want it rubbed just in case any of it doesn't. It is curling, but it will go flat once I've stuck it down. Yeah, I just love these little vellum labels. Obviously I've used a permanent ink. I've used my StazOn. You could use archival because it's obviously on vellum. Making sure that is down. I don't even mind there's a few wrinkles because it all adds texture. It's my favourite thing in any craft, texture. Yeah, so let's get my glue book because I'm getting it all over my hands and it's irritating me. I just like to stamp the glue off on my glue book first so that I don't have too much excess and it squeezes all over the page. So that can just go like that. That looks nice. Nice little label there that we can see the leaf through but still write on. So we've got that page. Okay, we added an embellishment there. I was wondering if I wanted some washi on that one too. But I don't know. I might do some stenciling actually. And then we've got a large label on tea dyed card here. And again, a little mushroom. I just wanted something in this little corner. We've got one that corner and that just seemed bare without anything. I'm not adding, I was going to say I'm not adding any cheesecloth, but you know what? I think I'm probably going to add a little bit just poking out of the top. Sorry, excuse my hand, my arm. Just kind of poking out the top. I want it frayed. Love it. And I'm going to glue that. I don't want it obviously covering the cute fox. Yeah, really loving how this book's turning out. And working with you guys, it's so strange. I actually had someone leave a comment a little while ago about how they were interested in my creative process when it comes to, and I'm not sticking it all down because I've got to stick the mushroom. Oh no, I'm going to stick the mushroom on top. So I am going to stick it all down. My creative process when it comes to making my journals and things. And if I had a video about that. And I don't, guys, because my creative process is a bit strange sometimes, or it's just hard to explain. But you are getting some kind of insight into it with this, and it does take me a while. And sometimes I can sit with a journal and keep flicking backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, and it might just be the slightest thing. There might just be one piece of washi that needs to be added, and then I'm like, oh, I need to do that to it. Okay, so I wasn't going to add anything here because I love the pumpkins, but I did want to add this here, this cute squirrel, and I was wondering if I wanted like some, we've got some brown paper, or some more parchment paper that I do have some of. Let's have a look if I can find a piece. Got some parchment paper. It's got all inks and things on it. And that might be quite nice. I've got the one with red on it here. That might be quite good. Okay, so I kind of like that. So let's just rip that. So these are just my parchment papers that I ink and dye my papers for my journals on. I'm going to ink around this. And then I just keep them to use in different ways in my art projects and my journals. And this is just a stamped image. Like I said, use what you have, guys. Use what stamps you want to use in there. And I think sometimes some of us forget our stamps. I know I do. That's why I like to, when I'm about to create a journal, I like to go through my stamp collection and kind of see what I have that might work with the journal I'm about to start. Also want to tear a little bit off the top here. Now I'm thinking I might stitch this. You don't have to, but you'll all know me by now and you'll know that I like to do a bit of stitching. So I'm just going to pause the camera, guys, and just stitch around this. Okay, guys, I'm back. I've just stitched around that. Again, you don't have to. If you don't want to stitch, let's So I'm just going to look. So that corner, I don't want any glue on that corner. So I'm just going to put my thumb over it so I remember not to glue. If you don't want to stitch, you can just easily glue it. Or if you don't have a sewing machine, you could hand stitch. Or there's stamps out there that have stitching detail on them. Or you could draw stitching detail around it if you really wanted to. So there's lots of ways that you can do it if you don't have a sewing machine, or just don't stitch, you know. I like the texture it looks. I like the way it looks, and I like the texture it gives. And again, I don't mind that that's popping over that that pocket. I'm just making sure no glue got on that side, which it didn't, which is good, because I like that effect on my pockets too. And I want to put that there, and I'm definitely probably where is the lid to my glue? There it is. Gonna add another word of some sort there, I think. So let's glue. Where'd my glue go? There's my other one. What is happening today, guys? Hold on, I'm a bit out of camera there, so let's do that. Let's glue this down. I think this was from a digital kit, possibly. But also, I also have die cuts that are very similar from a paper pack that I picked up last year by Fabrica Decoro, I believe. There is a video with the haul of that in my craft haul playlist. And I love the acorns on here because they're picking up the acorns that are in other parts of the kit itself. Right, so let's have a look if there's any words here. We've got Hello Autumn again, which I like. Piles of Smiles is quite fun, but it's very brown. I think I want something lighter. I'm just looking. We have got on this strip, which is from the autumn paper pad I picked up last year, we've got Beautiful Nature, and I think that's the one that I want, Beautiful Nature. So I'm just going to cut that out. I'm not cutting at all straight because, one, I've picked up my dodgy glue scissors, which I shouldn't be cutting paper with because they're so ruined. But you know what? A bit of ink on the edge will hide all that. Normally it would bother me. It doesn't bother me today. And I'm just wondering, because I kind of want that along there. I was wondering if I wanted some cheesecloth behind it. See, now I've found the cheesecloth. I want it on everything. But do you know what? I'm not going to add cheesecloth to it. I'm just going to have it. Don't keep adding, Belle. Just leave it be. Oh, I tell you. Fabric, words, all these things. Just... That's why some of my journals are so overloaded in them, because once I start adding things, fabric, I just can't seem to stop. Okay, that page just looks so cute. I really love that page. And we've got the pocket behind that we'll put something in. Oh, I really love how that looks, guys. Yeah, it's so simple, but so cute. Okay, so we already have an embellishment on this side, and then I use this paper that has cottage and childhood memories on it. Again, I don't want those words. This isn't about cottages or people. This is about animals in the woods. So I have some leaves, and again, again, these might be from a digital kit, I'm not sure, but I have so many little cutouts like this, like these leaves and everything, and some of them are from digitals, some of them are die cuts, and some of them are from the ephemera pieces of that journal pack I had last year. I'm literally just using what I have to hand that kind of goes. So I want this pumpkin to go down here because, again, the colours here pick up the colours over here, including this brown leaf, and then I wanted a pop of brighter colour, and it hides those words. So that's what we're going to do on this page, guys. Oh, and it picks up all the pumpkins in the page. I mean, I could realistically add this as a tuck spot, but now I've started gluing, so I could have added that as a tuck spot. Oh, Do you know what? I want that as a tuck spot. Hold on, guys. I'm going to rub all this glue off. I need to rub it all off. I might have to stick it down on something and cut around it again. Oh, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Okay, I'm just going to find a little bit of... sorry, I'm going through my scraps, guys. It probably makes some noise. I'm just going to find some... This is just some normal book page paper. And I'm going to stick it onto there. And then, where did my little scissors go to? Because I really need my little scissors for this. And I had them, and now I can't find them. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, so I found some scissors, and I've literally just cut around that, stuck it onto some book page, cut around it, fussy cut it. I'm going to ink it now. And then it's going to become a little tuck spot in this page where we can put a tiny piece of ephemera. So because I want to do that, I need to work out where the leaves are going to go first. So that leaf is going to go there. Over the sea. So yeah, that's what happens. You suddenly change your mind about things. I want to try and cover up as much of that writing as possible. And then this leaf is just going to pop out the corner there. So yeah, all these leaves. I really need to get out. I have picked up some falling leaves and been pressing them between books. But I need to get out and pick up more. And I will say that one of the pieces of ephemera we are going to make for this journal, or for your journal, or just in general, is I'm going to make one of my leaf tags. I might make a couple of them. So if you haven't already got some leaves, might be an idea to go out and pick up some leaves, or you can use fake leaves. Or you could even use digitals, like you could use a digital like that and cover the back in something nicer or ink it. But you could use that for your leaf. So we'll talk about that when we get to the ephemera. Oh, I like how that looks. And I love the fact that it is a little hidden tuck. And now I'm thinking I want a word for it. No, not another word. Yes, another word. Where's the little words that I had? What have I done with them, guys? Oh, here they are. Leaves 10 red. I was going to use that one before. Let's see if I like how it looks now. Just cut this out and see if I like it. Otherwise, I'll leave it. Do I want it over here? Okay, so I'm not going to put it on there. I'm going to add it to this page instead. Oh, the chaos of creation. Don't you just love it, guys? You're like, yeah, no, I definitely know what I'm doing. Oh, no, I've decided it's going there. Sometimes your eye just thinks, oh, it'll look better over there. And you have to do it. You just have to do it. So I much prefer it on there than I would have here. And here we have a little tuck spot with little pumpkins. Exciting. So that's that page there. I'm leaving this because it's so beautiful. And again, we're going to have 2 pieces of ephemera in there, and I don't want to overpower everything. And same with here. Going to have a large piece of ephemera here that we'll see poking out, as well as the 2 smaller pieces, so I don't want to do anything to here. So we're actually on the final one, guys. Final page. And I've just decided, just like on the front page here, I want a label, some cheesecloth, and a simple little mushroom. I think it's lovely to start it as we finish it, as we started it. And also, this is a small pocket, and we've got all the decoration there, which I'm just leaving, by the way. I'm not adding anything to there, not even brown paper, because you can write in the middle there. And this is quite a small pocket, so we'll have a large piece in there. So I'm just putting the cheesecloth at a bit of an angle, doesn't bother me, and making sure it's torn. Stick, label, stick, like that, because I want it to look a bit rough. And then I'm going to do the little mushroom. So yeah, just like that, and stick that in the corner so that there's plenty of room. So let's quickly flip through and see what we've done. So we're leaving that page, beautiful foxy here. Now I've added the word autumn. We added some little mushrooms and cheesecloth down there, left this page. Got an embellishment here, left this page. I'm wondering now if that needs a word, you know. I know it's awful. This is what happens. I'm thinking acorns. Acorns might look quite good on there. We've got these smaller ones. Oh, crisp air. Oh, I like that. I like that. So I've got a little sticker that says crisp air. It's quite bright and green again. So just going to mute it with my Distress Oxide walnut stain. And I'm just going to stick that on there. And that just adds a little bit. Oh, just a little bit. Yes. Okay, leaving this blank. We added a fabric snippet here. Let's move all this out of the way. And we already had an embellishment down there. Had an embellishment there in this one that said Field Diary. We added this little, let's find a tiny piece of ephemera so I can show you. We added a little pocket here, which is going to look cute. And some corrugated card. And we just had some simple leaves falling over here in the word. Added a little mushroom and another word down here with some cheesecloth. Added a fabric snippet up there. Do I want a word on this page? No, I don't think I do. Did this little embellishment cluster here, which I just think looks nice. And we've got August and it says autumn, so I feel like the two tie in. Just added one of the vellum, and you can see that now it's dried clear. So we can see the leaves through it, but I love that. It's like a little window, but you can still write on this. Already had this embellishment over here. Added this little label, cheesecloth and mushroom cluster over here. I am wondering if this needs a word. Don't think so. Then we did this beautiful piece here, which is a little pocket. It is a bit wrinkly, but it will dry flat. And just sounds gorgeous. And it says beautiful nature. This embellishment was already here, and now we've got this little tuck spot on this page with this pumpkin and leaves. Didn't add anything to that page. Didn't add anything to that page. And then we did this little label here. So that is it, guys. That is what we have done today. So basically, I feel like that's it finished. I'm wondering if I want to add any stenciling or stamping. If I do, I'll let you know. So next time in the next episode, we are going to be making some ephemera. So let me tell you what you're going to need. You are going to need to still have your basket of bits and bobs. You are going to need, remember those pages that we ripped out of the book? I'm going to do a large collage piece similar to something like this. You would have seen these on many people's channels. I know Gail Gastonelli makes these too. So basically we're going to make a large collage masterboard using some of the pages from the book and using up all the scraps that we have left over from making our journal. And also I just have a load of paper scraps here. So some are from making the journal, some's music sheets, some of the Edith Holton, some scrapbook, some of that handmade paper, all the different bits and bobs that I pulled out to use in this journal, I've kept there. And we're going to be using that on the collage masterboard. That masterboard we will then cut down to make tags and journaling cards. You will also need your stamped images that you did, whatever stamped images you've got left over, or stamp some more, because we will use some of those to decorate. Also keep all your little bits, all your die cuts, leaves, all those kind of things, because we can add your stamps, whatever you pulled out to use in your journal that can be used on pieces of ephemera. You'll need some fabric scraps, and also if you made any of the fabric snippets, this is where we're going to use our fabric snippets, so you can grab those. I'm also got my labels still, and my tickets and my labels, because I might use some of those. Either dried leaves, stamped leaves, die cut leaves, or if you've got any of these kind of fake leaves, grab some of those, because we can use those. And I also have some pieces of ephemera, so go through your ephemera boxes, if you have any, your pre-made ephemera boxes, because I just pulled out some like envelopes, some little bits and bobs that I've made. I've also got some book pages and things, or like the book pages that we can make into journaling cards if we really need them, but we shouldn't do because we've got collage that we're using. Oh, and I also have from one of the kits that I was using in this journal, one of the pages came with some ephemera, so I've already cut that to get that ready. If you don't have it, don't worry, you can make ephemera. I've also kept some of the negative die cuts from when I was die cutting my leaves. And then I went through, as I said, I was going to use these on the pockets. I ended up not doing, so I'm going to use that in the ephemera. And I have some like just little bits and bobs from my stash that I know might work in this journal, like some vintage book pages. Also got some of my hand-dyed index cards. If you don't have any, don't worry. Use cards, use something else. We'll go over that. And I pulled out some coffee dyed decorated paper. Again, if you don't have it, don't worry. You can do something else, or just use plain paper, or not put paper in it at all. So grab your scraps, grab your paper scraps, your old book pages, any ephemera that you think might go, any digital ephemera that you already have that you might want to use, any book pages, labels, fabric scraps, and our snippets. And we will be making all our different pieces of ephemera from that. We will start by making our collage masterboard. And then whilst that's kind of drying and doing its thing, we'll work on a few other bits. So yeah, get all that ready for the next video, guys, and I will be back with you soon. It's so good that this is getting there. It'll be finished before we know it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you like that video. Let me know how you're getting on with your altered book down below, because I love hearing from you guys and I reply to everyone. So that's it for now, guys. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are safe, and I hope you're having lots of crafty fun. Until next time, guys, bye for now.